You were able to see my screen, right? Hello.
Yeah, yes, Rahul. I can.
Okay. Okay. So today's topic is all about Ansible. So Suraj, do you know anything about Ansible? What it does, for what it is
Yeah,
used?
so like actually it is for configuration management.
Hmm.
So and even we can write a playbooks to automate the process, and we can even automate this pipeline process like CD deployments, and even that uh, even you can write push the Docker images to Kubernetes and all. During that, you can use Ansible playbooks.
Okay. 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 So you are right. Like, so Ansible is an open source automation and orchestration tool for software provisioning, configuration management, and software deployment. So as I said, like we can do anything with the help of Ansible. Like we can do software provisioning, we can do configuration management, we can do deployment as well. So it's kind of important part of your, it can be important part of your CI/CD pipeline, and we know like where it can be placed, like in between of CI. We can with the help of this tool we can configure our application, or we can deploy our application on remote machines, right? So 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 it's very easy to do, and it's very simple automation tool, and it contains its own declarative programming language for doing those system configuration and management. So own declarative programming language, nothing but it uses YAML, that is yet another markup language, which is very easy to use and human readable language, I would say. So with the help of that, we can write those instructions that will be called on our remote machine to do all those configuration related operations. So when we do, when we get into hands-on, that time you will get to know like how YML looks like. But uh, but it is not like other programming language, like you have to remember its logics, its syntax. It's not like its syntax is very easy, and because of rich documentation available over the internet for the Ansible, so anyone can easily use Ansible for their work in CI/CD management. Okay, so why Ansible is popular? Because it is very simple to use, it is very simple to install. uh, it's kind of agentless, I would say. So if interviewer of anyone asks you about Ansible, and is Ansible is agentless or not, so Ansible is agentless. Like unlike other, there are so many tools available in market like Ansible, like there is Puppet, Shape, but what they do, like they have agents. What basically what agent means, like uh, those agents will be installed on your remote machine first, and then your Puppet or Shape, wherever it is installed, it will call those agents to do those all operations. But in Ansible there is no any agent specific uh, agent specific feature is available. Like it is completely agentless, like it simply uses SSH protocol only to perform all those tasks, or to perform all those instructions on your remote machine. So that is the reason it is very simple to use, and it is very easy to connect with your remote machines also, because of it uses SSH protocol. Okay, so
Okay.
yeah, Surya, sorry.
Yeah. Okay, Rahul. Understood now. Continue.
Okay, so as I said, like Ansible is popular for its simplicity of installation, ease of use in what concerns the connectivity to clients. It it is its lack of agent for Ansible clients. The lack of agent, as I said, it is agentless, and it functions by connecting via SSH to the clients. The I'm calling client that are nothing but your remote machines only, and it connects with those remote machine with the help of SSH protocol only. So it doesn't need to, it doesn't need to have a special agent on a client side, unlike having in Puppet and Shape. And it can simply push its modules on a remote machine that will perform those operations, or will do those configurations. So we'll talk about modules in a later slide of this session. Okay, so but let me tell you what is module. Like the module are then executed locally on client machine, and so what I said, like it will push its module to that remote machine. That model will be executed over there, and it will send back the response and or the output of that execution back to the your control machine, to back to your Ansible where it is installed. So you can see, like in a runtime, with the help of with uh, it is agentless. It uses SSS protocol. With the help of SSS protocol, it sends its models to remote machine to perform that particular operation. And again, it again from the remote machine, it gets all those output for that particular model. Let's now take an example, like I want to install something on my remote machine. Let's suppose I want to install Nginx on my remote machine. So to install Nginx on remote machine, there are models available in Ansible. Like if it is uh, CentOS based, or it is if it is CentOS based or RHL based, so there will be Yum model, or if of, and if it is Ubuntu based, then it will be a APT model available. So if with the help of those models, you can write an instruction, and that instruction will be pushed to your remote machine where you want to install Nginx. Nginx will be installed over there. And again, now you know, like whenever you simply hit the command like yum install Nginx, you get some output like, yeah, this is installed successfully. So that output is again sent back to your Ansible machine. And so this is how higher level understanding of Ansible, that this is how Ansible works. Okay, so we will talk about architecture as well, like what is Ansible, where it is installed, then what is modules, everything. Okay, so okay, so now let me tell you about some important terms in Ansible. So there are, these are the important terms. Before going into architecture, we will have to just I will just give brief about these important terms in Ansible, overall architecture of Ansible. So Ansible server. So as I'm saying, like Ansible is agentless. So you'll have, so your Ansible server will be installed somewhere which will have access to all your remote machines. So the Ansible server is the machine where Ansible is installed, from which all tasks and playbooks will be ran. Model, we already talked about model. So model is a command or a set of similar Ansible commands meant to be executed on the client side. For example, we talked about yum model. So yum is the command, it is nothing but a model in Ansible, uh, which will be executed on your client side, that is, or that is on remote machine. Then the task. So with the help of model, we write one task like, yeah, there is yum model, and now do yum install Nginx. So yum install Nginx is the task. Okay, so this, the task is the section that consists of single procedure to be completed, right? Yum install Nginx is the procedure, and with the help of model, we execute that task. Okay, role, a way of organizing tasks and related files to be later called in playbook. So we will talk about roles in our session today. But roles are like, you can organize your task, like you can write a playbooks in a modular form. Okay, in modular form that can be reused further for other uh, work as well. So I just forgot to add playbook. So playbook. So we talked about task, we talked about model. So single task is the section of each section that consists of single procedure to be completed, and there will be a number of tasks which will be which will be collated together, and it will be called as a playbook, and it will perform some certain order, like this particular task will run first, then this will be run. Let's take an example, like first task is to install Nginx module, and then the second task will be to start that Nginx on the remote machine. So these are two tasks will be written in a single file called playbook, and that playbook will be executed using Ansible to perform all those tasks on your remote machine. Any doubts so far?
No, Rahul. Yeah,
Okay.
it's clear.
Facts. So next term is facts. So information fetched from the client side from the global variable with the gather facts operation. So facts are the global variables are fetched from the remote machine only. So what will be those variables? Like there will be the name of that remote machine, like host name will be captured with the help of these facts back to the Ansible, then IP of that machine, then the public IP of that machine, what is the OS distribution of that machine, that will be also treated as a fact only. So whenever you will whenever you will execute your playbook on your remote machine, the first task will by default be run is gathering facts. So that is nothing but it is gathering all those facts related to that particular remote machine. Like for example, IP address is there, then public IP address is there. What OS is it is being used for that remote machine? What OS distribution is being used? So that particular variable also we can use further in your in our playbook. Okay. Inventory is a file containing data about Ansible client servers. Okay. So so now we want to perform task on some remote machines, right? So we'll have to keep those keep the IP of those remote machines somewhere. So that is nothing but your inventory in the form of groups. You can add you can have the IPs of that remote machines in the inventory, and also we will be giving the method to authenticate with those machines. That definitely we are going with SSH, but in SSH as well there are two, like one with uh, PEM key, another is with username password. So we'll have to provide username password or other or else username and the path of that particular key to access your machine. Okay, we will see those things in our hands on today. And the play, now the play is that execution of playbook, like Ansible hyphen playbook will be the command to run that playbook. Handler and notifier are the part of your roles only. Like handler, like that handler is nothing but again a different task, but that will be run only if that particular task like let's suppose there is a let's suppose I have done, let's take example, like I want to install Nginx. So if it is installing for first time and I want to restart it, then only we will the second task is restarting Nginx machine. Okay, so that restarting Nginx machine will be the task, but it will be not a part of our same playbook. It will be written in handlers section. I will show you like where handler comes in when we will talk about roles. No, so that in that you will see like where we are putting handler. And if that engine is being installed for first time, then only handler will be triggered, like it will restart nginx. But if we re-execute that playbook, no, so it handler will not execute it because it will see like nginx is already installed. Okay. Notifier notifier works for handler only, like notifier notifies handler. Let's see if this output is changed or not. If output is changed, then only handler will run. If it is not changed, then handler will not run. And tag are like we can tag some task, like if I pass this particular tag like nginx, let's suppose uh, we are installing nginx on two environments, like prod and dev, but I want to install nginx on dev only. So what I will do, like I will pass one tag, like tag hyphen t env equals to env equals to dev, and the tag will be bind to your to those tasks, like where we are written like yum install nginx. So if I pass tag as env equals to dev, so that particular task will be run only for environment dev, will not run for production machines. uh, so this is how, these are the some important terms used in Ansible. Any doubts so far, Surya, in this?
For now, yeah, I understood.
Okay. Uh, we are talking about like you might have read like notify the section attributed to task which calls a handler if output is changed. So definitely interviewer or anyone will ask you about idempotency feature of Ansible. What is idempotency feature of Ansible? So what it does, like it captures the output. We talked about it. Whatever model executed on your remote machine, its output will be sent back to your uh, Ansible server, right? So what it
Yeah.
actually sends, like it tells Ansible again, like yeah, the output is changed out, like this is the task is run for first time. or if task is already executed, then it will say it is already done, so you will get output as okay, or you will get, or if it is not done for a first time, if it is done for a first time only, so it will give you output as a change. So on the basis of that, what it tells you, like it will not re-perform those tasks on Ansible machine which are already run via that playbook. Let's suppose I have installed yum, I have done yum install nginx on remote machine. Okay, I restarted it. Now what I'm doing, like I'm again executing my playbook. So in that case, it should not install that Ansible again. It should say it is already installed. So there will be no change. So what I'm trying to say, like there will be no change. Why it is saying? Because of idempotency feature. Like it captures, it tries to execute task only for one time only. Like if it is not there, or if it's something is in, then only it that the task will run. Otherwise it will not run that task. So this is how, so why, like same perform, same task, same everything we can do with the help of shell script as well, right? But shell script does not give that uh, flexibility to do that. Like it, we will we don't will if you want to add checks, like there are some particular 5 tasks I want to run through shell script: task 1, task 2, task 3, task 4. And let's suppose in the task 2 only, my shell script got failed. So the normal behavior of shell script is like it will start from task 1 only, task 1, task 2, task 3. It will follow task 1, then task 2, then task 3, task 4, task 5. But it should not be in that way. Like if already task 1 and task 2 are performed and it is failed after task 2, so it should start from task 3 only in a shell script. But it is kind of, it is doable, but it is kind of difficult. We'll have to write a code in a such way like it will do checks for each and every task. But in Ansible, we don't need to do, we don't need to do that. Like if task 1 and task 2 are done and it failed at task 3, and if we re-execute Ansible, it will not go for task 1 again, it will go for task 3 only. So this is the idempotency feature of Ansible, and because of that only, like it is widely being used. Like same, its features are provided by Chef and Puppet as well. But yeah, but idempotency feature is the, they will definitely ask you about idempotency feature in your interviews or anywhere else. Is it out so far?
Uh, no, Rahul, it's clear until I understood these terms and all what Ansible is. So, but
Okay.
I need to check that how this Ansible tool look like and
Yeah,
how
yeah,
you will
we
write the playbook.
we are going to do that only after this slide.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
uh,
yeah.
so now you can relate everything. Like we talk about playbook, we talked about inventory, we talk about Ansible um, server, right? It uses SSH protocol to perform all those tasks on your remote machines, node 1, node 2. There are so many nodes, right? So this is the general architecture, I would say. Like there will be a playbook, in that you will have a set of tasks to be run. We will have an inventory file, in that you will mention all your remote machines in the form of groups. I will show you like how groups, why, like with the help of groups, we can differentiate all those machines. Like group A will be your prod environment, group B will be your dev environment. Those IPs we can differentiate. There will be a central Ansible management node where your Ansible will be installed, and which will have access to all your machines. Okay, and it will perform all those tasks through SSH. So this is the general architecture of your Ansible. Any doubt in this? Like now you can relate all those important terms here, uh, right?
Yeah, Node one. Yeah, got it.
Okay.
So, like, it's a kind of automation and orchestration tool, right?
Yes, yes.
So,
It's not
like,
orchestration. Orchestration different. The orchestration meaning is different. We can't say orchestration. It's a configuration management tool. Uh, it will, like orchestration means orchestrating. Now you know what orchestrate we do. Like it's a puppeting. Like uh, like we are. doing some operation in a runtime on that particular entity, right? Like let's take a example of Puppet. Okay, what we do like Puppet, we runtime on a runtime uh, we manage it, right? We shakes his hand, we try to dance him like that, right? But Ansible is not kind of orchestration, I would say. Like Ansible is like it it's a it's a tool which automate which we have which is having some kind of automation which run all those tasks for you on that particular machine. Okay, yeah, we can tell orchestration, but not a fully, I would say. I'm not kind of convinced with orchestration word.
Yeah, Rahul,
Yeah, sorry.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry, I was just checking for orchestration at the most basic level. Yeah, it is common word orchestration, but in many way we can't we can't define Ansible as a orchestration tool. Like if you think, because orchestration is kind of runtime activity. Like in a runtime, like if we talk about Kubernetes, so it manages your pod, it manages your container in a runtime only, right? Once you deploy that container in your Kubernetes, so the rest of the things is taken care by your Kubernetes only. Like it tries to keep alive if it is restarted, so it will make, if then it makes it up and running. It adds resources according to load. It gives auto healing, it gives auto scaling. So Kubernetes is kind of orchestration tool, like it orchestrates your pod. Yeah, but Ansible is kind of one time. In a one
Okay.
sense, it can be one time. Like it one time do all those tasks. It once all once everything is run on your infrastructure, so there is no need of Ansible, right? Next time only, if you want to do some changes, then you can do that. So
Okay.
orchestration is right word, but in all aspects we can't say Ansible is an orchestration tool. It's a configuration management tool. Like it automate your configuration to
Okay.
get an automation.
So, like, have you heard of these tools? VRA, VRO,
Which one?
VRA, VRO.
No, I never worked on VR.
Yeah, like VMware automation orchestration tool. I thought it will be say similar, like similar to Kubernetes.
Sorry,
Like it's orchestration means Kubernetes only, right? For orchestration process.
we can't directly define everything as a orchestration. That's what I'm saying. Like orchestration, it's a common word we are using in IT domain, but it will not fit for each and every tool. So it depend, like it depends with respect to use case only. Definitely, Kubernetes is orchestration tool. You are right. Uh, it's on us like how we use that. Like we should, like from my perspective, Ansible is not orchestration tool. It's a configuration management tool. We are a tool. I will have to look into that. How it is work. If like they are nowadays, companies like VMware and IBM are giving a one-stop solution for your everything, right? Right from infrastructure as a code, configuration management,
Yeah.
orchestrating your application. All will you get in a one tool only. Maybe VRA is also same only. Like instead of using three tools for one for a work, you can use only one tool for all this work. Like infrastructure as a code, configuration management, and your orchestration of your infrastructure as well. So it's
Okay. It's a
maybe,
kind of
yeah.
a kind of a Ansible Kubernetes. It's a mix of
Yeah,
these tools, right?
yeah. Might
Oh,
be. I'll have to read. Surya. I will read it
okay.
and let you know on that. Okay. Now let's start with this. Okay. So so to work with